Hi, everyone, and welcome back to CBS 12 News at 3 o'clock. June is Internet Safety Month, and today we are sharing some very important tips and resources to make sure that your children stay safe online. And we are so grateful to have our former Florida State Senator and founder of Lauren's Kids, Lauren Book, to talk to us about this very important conversation. And Lauren, thank you so much for being here. Let's first talk about what inspired your focus on Internet safety.
Well, thank you so much for having me. And actually, June is Internet Safety Awareness Month. And so we are having conversations with families all across our state and the country about keeping safe online. I know as much as anyone, the summer brings with it a lot of free time. And for parents' sanity, sometimes more screen time than we would like during the structured portion of the year. And so it's a great opportunity to have some of these conversations with families and kids about staying safe online.
So the parents or guardians who are listening right now, Lauren, tell us, what are the most dangerous online threats our children are facing today and how parents can really recognize the warning signs?
Look, you and I, your viewers, would not take their children, my kids are 8 years old, to the mall and drop them off, give them a credit card and say, have fun, I'll pick you up in 4 hours. And while our children are sitting in our living rooms right now, if they are unfettered on the internet, that's really what you're doing. We think they're safe, but there's a lot of things out there that make them unsafe and have the potential to be very dangerous. Games like Roadblocks, different apps can be very, very dangerous. And so it's really important to have conversations with your children. It's not just knowing the most dangerous games out there. I mentioned Roblox, Snapchat, all the ones that we traditionally know about and talk about. The most important thing that you can do with your children is have open and honest communication. Talk about the way that we behave in the real world as citizens, that there's a digital citizenship component to life that exists. Abstinence online is not a real thing in our world. We live in a digital time. And so we want to have parents talking to their children about safe ways to engage online. There are lots of tips and tricks, making sure that children don't share any personal identifying information, know if they feel unsafe or uncomfortable, if they don't know the person that they're actually talking to in the real world, that they probably shouldn't be talking to them online. Also, parents should be checking and doing audits of their online activity every single day. Those are some really important tips. And I would suggest that every day that we have conversations with our children so that they know that they can come to you if something happened that made them feel uncomfortable. And again, it's not just online platforms, the TikTok, all of those things we typically think about. It could be gaming. It could be conversations that they're having online. And so making sure that you have a code of conduct in the real world and in the digital world to help keep them safe as well.
I know for many years as a lawmaker, you dedicated a lot of your time to making sure that perpetrators are held accountable. And now we are talking about what parents can do to prevent something like that. So that's a really interesting, practical steps, as you mentioned moments ago, to create that safer digital environment. What can you tell our viewers, other resources available out there and where they can go to learn more?
Absolutely. Absolutely. To have some of these conversations that maybe make parents feel a little uncomfortable, they can check out our website, laurenskids.org, for more, for different things that they can do to set up different contracts that you can sign with your children, different ways to have some of those conversations, and to discuss some of the things that we didn't get a chance to talk to here. But sextortion is a real thing. It's happening every single day in our world. And those are things that we need parents to be aware of. These things are happening every single day. We've seen many, many cases of children being taken advantage of online in this world. Some have even taken their own lives. And we have a responsibility as parents to have some of those conversations. If something happens, know that you can come to me, know that you can talk to me. Don't take anything into your own hands. But the reality is we do live in a digital world, and having those conversations will keep your children safe, not only from some forms of intimate violence, but also from harming themselves.
Absolutely, Lauren. And as you mentioned, this is happening. We have spoken to a lot of victims here in our community, victims of sextortion. And so thankfully, we are so grateful to have you on the show to talk about this. As you mentioned, this is happening in our community. Lauren, thank you so much.
Thanks.